All right, so this tutorial is over integer operations, and specifically we're working with subtraction here. So I want to kind of give you a question to start out with and get your brain going. So let's say we had -4. So we got 4 negatives. Use our little integer chips here digitally. So we have -4, and we want to take away 3 positives. Well, the problem here is we have -4 things, but we can't take away 3 positives because we don't have the positives to take. So we use a strategy called LCO. So LCO stands for leave, change, opposite. Because subtracting 3 is the same thing as adding -3, and so for us, we use a strategy called leave, change, opposite. So you leave the first term, you change subtraction to addition, and you need the opposite of 3, which is -3. Again, this works because subtracting 3 is the same thing as adding -3. Well, now I have an addition problem. I have -4 plus another -3, and I can actually make that work. -4 plus -3 is -7. So every time that we use or we see a subtraction problem, we're going to do leave, change, opposite, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's do these examples. Let me get rid of these little integer chips, and then we'll do these examples really quickly. So the first example says -15 minus -19. Again, here's our strategy. You leave the first term the same, you change subtraction to addition, and you need the opposite of -19, which is +19. Now it is just an integer addition problem, and I know that 19 and -15, they have different signs. They're on different teams, so I'm going to battle them. 19 minus 15 is 4. And the team that has the larger absolute value, the number that has the larger absolute value is positive. So my answer is positive 4. Okay? Example number 2, 85 minus -105. 85 minus -105. Same strategy, you're going to leave the first term, change subtraction to addition. I need the opposite of -105, which is +105. And if you'll notice, this is really just like 85 plus 105. So all you have to do is group those together. They have the same sign, so we just group. And my answer is going to be 190, and it is +190. Okay? Example number 3, -5 minus 9. Same thing, leave the first term, change subtraction to addition. I need the opposite of 9, which is -9. Okay, these both have the same sign. They're on the same team. So you group them together. That's what it becomes. So 9 plus 5 gives me 14. And they are both negative. They're going to stay negative on the negative team. So my answer is -14. All right, last example. This is one that a lot of people get tricked up with, -34 minus 34. Again, a lot of people are going to think this answer is 0. Okay, it's not necessarily going to be 0 every time you see the same number, because you're subtracting 34, which means you're actually adding -34. So you leave the first term, change subtraction to addition. I need the opposite of 34, which is -34. So now I have -34 plus -34. And when I put those together, I actually get -68. So my answer here would be -68. Again, your big rule when you're doing subtracting with integers that we like to use, leave, change, opposite.